and the Pirates look to get the edge on this 3-game set by taking care of business against the Brew Crew today. Last year, the Bucks were 7-3 here against Milwaukee, and 73 wins, the most ever against any team here at PNC Park. Looking to get it done today, right here on Root Sports.
Today we're turning back the clock. First there was Pops and Cobra, and Teak and Mad Dog. Today it's El Coffee and Jay Hay and Kutch. And this afternoon we go back to 1979. The Pirates wear these uniforms on every Sunday home game. Today it's the Pirates and the Brewers here from PNC Park. And welcome into the booth, Joe Block along with Bob Walk. Do not adjust your TV sets. Fire up your Betamax, get ready. We have Sunday home games all season long wearing these stylish shirts, as the Pirates will be doing the same thing here today. And last night we had some fun too, because a 5-0 win, and Andrew McCutchen was one of the key stalwarts in that one last night.
Yeah, he really did a great job, got that first home run out of the way, something that he has just been missing. I mean, he could easily have 5 or 6 home runs at this point. Yeah, he's hit these long, towering fly balls out to the fence several times already. Finally got one over, and we've seen in the past, sometimes he gets that first one, he can really get hot. We're getting ready to go on a long road trip. Let's hope it's all about Kutch when we get on that road and really see some nice work out of this offense, because Kutch runs the offense.
And the other side of the coin, the pitching. And we saw Juan Nicasio pitch so well in spring training and also in his first start this year. But last time around, a blip on the radar for him. How does he get back today?
Well, I think now watching Nicasio a little bit, it's all about him getting ahead in the count. Down in spring training, first start here, he was throwing strike one, getting ahead, a lot of counts like 1 and 2, getting a lot of swings, a lot of chases on that slider. Well, in Detroit, he was falling behind in the count a little bit. He wasn't getting a lot of chases on that slider. He needs to get back to putting these hitters on the defense and getting them in the 0-2 counts, 1-2 counts, forced him to throw to have to swing at some of those sliders off the plate that he throws.
Only 2 swings and misses for Nicasio last time around. That should probably change here today. Something else that's changing, the outfits. We are family. The 2016 version begins here today. The Pirates and the Brewers coming up next here on Root Sports. more things change, the more they stay the same. New place, new digs, and a lot of the same love, but a lot of the same beverages. But so much fun today. Look at those. The guys are loving them, putting them on today. And a lot of love here, downstairs and in the booth too. We're trying to get in the spirit today.
We're doing our best to try to pick up a little flavor of the 70s. And it was a great time here in Pittsburgh. Really that entire decade, it started off with the World Championship in '71, and you had the Lumber Company years, and then ended up with that great championship then in '79, which is kind of what we're going to be celebrating this year with the uniforms and those great hats.
And I know Bob Prince would be appreciating our garb today. Not quite as checked as a lot of his sport coats, but yeah, got the pillbox hats back. They'll be wearing them every Sunday home game. And I'm really impressed, Bob, that you grew a mustache in 24 hours for today's affair. That was quite impressive.
Well, I used to, back then I would have a mustache. Kind of like a football game, had 11 on each side. A little thicker now, obviously. I was surprised it grew in so black because everything else going gray on me. I get my mustache is still very dark. Huh?
Very well done.
I like that. I think I'm going to keep it for the rest of the year.
All right. And of course, the kids joining all the players before the game. Can I have your autograph? Why, yes. Sundays here at PNC Park.
That is a little one out in center field. I was watching him when he ran out there. Boy, he was giving it everything he had to get out to center field at PNC Park. He was moving.
He's even in uniform today.
There he goes. Look, see how hard he digs?
A regular Omar Moreno.
Yeah. The antelope.
Let's take a look at our Honda lineup for today for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. And Chris Carter in the cleanup role. Santana, Jeanette, and Lucroy ahead of him. No Ryan Braun today, so Ramon Flores back in there. Hill, Neuenhuis. Zach Davies, the pitcher, batting eighth. Jonathan Villar slides down to the number 9 spot for the Brewers.
Take a look at the Casio's numbers, brought to you by Hyundai. Just a couple of starts, and boy, both those starts way different. One was very good, and the other one very bad. The last one, he threw almost 100 pitches in just 3 innings of work. Just did not have very good control. A lot of deep counts, a lot of falling behind in a count.
Here's our Honda defense for today. Matt Joyce in right field, and Gregory Polanco swinging over to left field. Starling Marte hit with a pitch yesterday, and a late decision not to include him in the starting lineup. The rest are the regulars: Freese, Mercer, Harris, and Jason. Cervelli catching Juan Nicasio. Boy, these guys look good. Real good. These pillbox hats fit really nice. And I like Nicasio with the socks today too. First pitch from him. Starts off with a strike.
Well, that's what we'll be looking for. Jump ahead. These guys get them in position where they have to chase after that hard slider he throws.
And a ball and a strike to Domingo Santana at 250 with a home run. Knocked in 7 already. Foley. I'm sorry, Mercer for the first out. Well, you said he's got to be active today.
Oh yeah, well, right there, big day for Foley. I mean, he played very well in last night's game. Made some tremendous defensive plays and really hit the ball well. Hopefully, he'll have another big day. And of course, I already mentioned that Blyleven needs to get ahead in the count, throw strike one, and we'll be looking good.
A Rivers Casino tips to win. course, playing back on the '79 Buccos. Scooter Gennett taking a strike. Love the music today. We are family. Sister Sledge. Got that on the broadcast today.
By the way, when are you going to get a haircut?
Well,
are you going to leave your hair long like this all year?
It's starting to really.
It's a different look for you than what you had going like in spring training. You had the very short hair.
Or 10 minutes ago, for that matter. Yeah. You know, I want to try to get in the spirit, so I just didn't comb it today. 1-2 on Scooter Gennett. I wonder how that yellow shows up on film. Is it film still or
Polaroid?
Oh, okay. Now even 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Make sure, it's just, you got to kind of wave it in the air. you remember
Oh, sure. You just take it to photo mat and get them developed. Right?
Yep.
I'm sorry, we can't read their sponsors on the air like that. Hopefully they don't mind the free plug. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Buster Olney tweeting today, it's worth mentioning again, it'd be great if baseball could loosen its rules and allow the Pirates to award those Stargell stars again. I am totally with him. He's right on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just one exception.
There's, baseball has tried to make all the teams kind of the same now, and you realize why they're doing it, and especially financially, it makes sense that everybody is wearing the same uniforms made by the same company and all that stuff. But you used to be able to kind of set yourself apart a little bit from some of the other teams. Different style hats, things like that.
A couple of those already sewn in for that gent. Cervelli right here at that flush.
Ed Ott's tough guy. He'll be all right.
2-2 from Nicasio. 96. Yeah, baseball. I think baseball did that. Trying to. Where do you draw the line with all the, personal effects and things like that? But they could make this exception. I think that.
Well, you let the teams decide. The teams used to make a lot more decisions themselves. It wasn't MLB. It was even, National League, American League. It's like I was looking at this baseball we have today and thinking about '79, and it wouldn't say official Major League Baseball. That pitch right there would have been thrown at the knees with a National League Baseball.
Yeah, used to be both leagues run by league presidents, different umpires. Now Jim Joyce, first base umpire today. Hey, there. Now he keeps that all the time.
Yeah.
Nice handlebar. Already Gennett 9 pitches. Another 3-2. And he struck him out.
And Nicasio waving out to Cervelli, wants a word with him about something. He didn't get the call on the 8th pitch of the at bat, but got this one. Just a little bit off the plate, called strike 3.
And Cervelli, one of the best pitch framers in baseball last year. Lucroy moving up to the 3 spot today. Ryan Braun getting a day off. So far so good for Nicasio. A couple of outs, and now the .270 hitting Lucroy. There's Braun, who just getting a day off today. Starling Marte not in the starting lineup for the Buccos. That's precautionary with the hit by pitch in the right hand yesterday. Play the rest of the game though. 2 balls and a strike.
No game tomorrow, so if you get a day off this afternoon, you get to put those 2 days together, and I think it's something that a lot of managers look at.
2-1 grounded foul. Yeah, you only get back-to-back days off over the All-Star break unless you do something like that.
You can give somebody a little extra time, especially as you mentioned, got hit in the hand. Could be a pretty good bruise there.
Two from Nicasio. A full. See just how much movement that fastball at 96 has. Fastball in.
No, they moved it to away, but
that's hard to catch up with. 96 on the outer edge.
You know, that was a nice pitch. He put it there, but you know, I'm not. The Nicasio got that type of pinpoint control on a 3-2 count to be, you know, just trying to place a pitch on the very corner of the strike zone in the first inning of a no-score game where you're about to throw pitch number 20 anyway. Just a kind of a strategy question. Yeah, that was supposed to be on the edge. You get the call for fastball away, but he went right down the middle with it.
And that's a mistake you can get away with sometimes at 96, right?
Well, see, I don't think it's a mistake here.
Oh, really?
That's my point. Is it's,
with the 2 strikes.
First inning, 3-2 count, 2 outs, nobody on. You've already thrown 20 pitches this inning. Why mess around and maybe walk somebody here?
I see what you're saying.
Especially when you're throwing 96 with movement.
Another 3-2. And he gets soft contact. Nice. Jaso. Looking good with the dreads. Here, the top half of the first inning, turning it back to 1979. And our RAV4 lineup for the Buccos today: John Jaso starts things. McCutchen, then David Freese. Matt Choice filling in the cleanup spot for Starling Marte. Banged up, got hit with a pitch on the right hand yesterday. Then the normal rest. Cervelli, Polanco, Harrison, Mercer, Juan Nicasio. We were just talking about his dreads on our Point Park tweets. Wife Shannon telling us that is his real hair. And got those dreads almost a year ago now. Let's see, dreadlocks, 1979 uniforms. My mind is blown.
That's kind of like you. That's real hair. People wondering about that.
I don't know about that. Oh, yeah, everyone can wear a throwback hat today. That one from the 15th century.
Take a look at Zach Davies' numbers after a couple of starts. 11 strikeouts in just 9 innings. That's a lot of Ks for somebody that really does not throw hard at all. Oh, excuse me, that's AAA season. But still, doesn't it seem like a lot of strikeouts for somebody that's 88 mile an hour?
Oh, yeah. That was a base hit for Jaso. That hitting streak up to 8 games now. Not messing around. He's been on base every game he's played. On our Allegheny Health Network Supermo. Look at the beauty, the hair movement. I meant the swing. The swing. Let's look at the swing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the swing. Now Andrew McCutchen.
Fastball just 87 miles an hour. Tough to generate a lot of swings and misses when you don't have any kind of velocity to really help you out. You got to really be good at changing speeds.
And Davies known for pinpoint command. That has to be that way, right?
Oh, there's no other way to get. You can't fall back on stuff. On certain days where I can't put the ball. Remember, we were just talking about with Nicasio about how he's got the good stuff. He can take early in the ball game. He can take a shot at the middle part of the plate instead of possibly walking somebody, in a 2-out, nobody on scenario. Davies, I don't know if he can do that. Davies got to hit his spots almost at all times. He's got to be trying to make the perfect pitch. Hit the corners, work it up and down, keep something in on the hands, go away, change the speeds a little bit.
McCutchen with a home run last night, first of the year.
Just looking at the average velocity of Davies' curveball is just 71 miles an hour.
Get a good difference from that fastball.
That's a very low average for a curve. I don't know if you'll see one lower than that.
Big over the top curve. And when it's 72.
He's just a little bit above his average.
Fast worker Davies, who finished last year with 15 consecutive scoreless innings. He was just called up in September. But the Pirates, when they faced him, they hit him pretty hard both times. Everybody else didn't, but Pirates didn't.
Youngman last night, he throws a lot of curveballs. Also, his curveball, his average speed on his curveball is 77. And that is what Kutch hit out last night.
Pirates beat Youngman, 4 runs over 6. John Neese with 7 shutout innings. To McCutchen. Stopped by Hill. Only get 1. McCutchen reaches on the fielder's choice.
Fine job by Hill. Get up as quickly as he did. Not good enough, though. And McCutchen was already almost out of the shot by the time the ball finally got over to first base. Well by the bag.
Now David Freese. Got the black pants. How many different combinations did that 79 outfit? Yeah, they had.
Another thing too with all the different combinations, the uniforms were they all didn't fit the same, because they talked about them. You know, nowadays everybody gets their, no matter what team you play for, the uniforms made by the same company. Everything always fits the same. The Pirates, they had all those different uniforms, and they weren't all made by the same company either. So, you know, the black pants and the white pants, they really feel and fit totally different.
McCutchen playing those up, big socks.
But you could wear a different uniform every week when you mixed in all the different combinations.
White with the pinstripes.
And when I got here, they had done away with the pinstripes. You had an all white uniform, you had an all black uniform, you had a whole yellow uniform, and then of course all the different combinations.
And the old logo too, which keep it around enough. McCutchen running, and they got him. Second baseman Jeanette covering there. Second time he's been thrown out.
Kutch spiked him on the hand, looked like. Kutch, when he come up out of his slide, you could see he was concerned. I asked him if he was all right, but his foot goes right on the back of his hand. Right there.
David Freese.
We'll have
to walk.
Band-aid or something on that thumb, it looks like, or the back part of the fatty part, the webbing. No? It actually looks like on the edge of the thumb.
Left-handed batter, that's his top hand. How about Barbara's? Oh, wow. Hey, you were an all-star the next year after, right? 87 tops?
88.
Yeah, 88. You were an all-star. Come on.
Yep.
I like that, though. What'd you say? You said your mustache was 11 or something?
Yeah, it was a football game.
Pops. The innovator of so much of what we've been talking about here today, that we are family, and really that clubhouse presence that made that such a great group. And then obviously the talent took over, and meshing of the two, a World Series championship.
Yeah, a lot of talent in that clubhouse, that's for sure.
Greg Brown, DJ Greg Brown.
Yeah, he's spinning 45s.
I couldn't believe this. I heard this story the other day. He was playing records at the games, you know, to play the music
over the PA. Yeah.
And that was where it first started. They didn't want, you know, it was 1979. They're trying to get away from disco, as he explained it. And but he thought the players were playing it in the clubhouse. Why not I play it on the field? And then it kind of took off from there. So we are family. Raise the Jolly Roger and everything else. Greg Brown, a mastermind of a lot of those things that we talk about. And whoever came up with those hats, that is good stuff. Old-timey pillbox hats, like they used to wear 1900. There's a base hit for Joyce.
Or was that Lee Lacy?
How about Matt Joyce? You plug him into the leadoff spot, and you give J-So a day off. You plug him in the cleanup spot, and just keeps on hitting. No Marte today, so Joyce with his first chance in the cleanup role, and 2 hits and a walk against Davies. Now Cervelli, great start, 353. Knocked in 6. Bucks on the pond with 2 outs. Slow curve for ball 1.
71. That was at his average.
A very slim right-handed pitcher, 155 pounds.
He doesn't look like a hard thrower, and he's not.
The 1-0. 2 balls to nothing.
Last year, when we first faced him, I think we were starting Jeff Locke, who also doesn't really look like an older gentleman either. And I think that I think Clint said it looked like an American Legion game with 2 starting pitchers.
Reminiscent, Tim Lincecum comes to mind in terms of his youthful appearance and stature. Not in terms of delivery. There's a strike.
Lincecum, when he first came up, he had wicked stuff. I think his first start against us, it was very memorable because the first time through the lineup, I don't know if we hit more than just a couple of foul balls. It was incredible how he was just mowing us down. And we're the little thin guy out there, and we were like, wow, what? And then he didn't make it through the lineup the second time.
Now 3-1. Kids Day here today. I had the great pleasure of reading Casey at the Bat today to some kids that have read a lot of books.
How's that end?
Not well.
Not well.
You know, you get through it, and then you know, it's a good read, and then all of a sudden, right at the end, I was kind of let down.
Not a good ending.
Yeah. Good moral though.
Yep.
3-1.
Got to have a little humility, don't you?
Hopefully a lot of joy in Pittsburgh this day. Two on with 2 out. A first inning chance for Cervelli. Runners will be going. Here on 3-2. How about the load of at bats that we've seen from Cervelli? I mean, he is not an easy out ever.
No. He and Jaso, they fight you all the way to that full count all the time. One from the left side, one from the right. They have that same style. Very good knowledge of the strike zone. Don't chase too often. Occasionally you'll see him, but kind of uncommon.
26th pitch of the inning. This is not all that uncommon for opposing starting pitchers to see throw a whole lot of pitches, especially in the first innings. Pirates have already made opposing starters throw 35 or more 3 times. Davies in danger of surpassing that number 2 if he can't get Cervelli here. Lots of yellow out on the bases. Flores is there, though, capping that 8th pitch at bat. Pirates rally. Strand a couple. We're through on scoreless here from PNC Park.
Finale between the Buccos and the Brewers. I'm Robbie and Smikowski. We're all wearing these throwback shirts. And earlier during Pirates pregame, Clint Hurdle took a look at this blazer. It reminded him of the story of the late, great Howard Cosell. And Clint Hurdle was scheduled to do an interview with him in 1985 when he was called up to the New York Mets. He was going in thinking this was going to be a story of perseverance, battling, dedication, and work ethic. And when they sat down for the interview, it was anything but about that. So Clint Hurdle, being the man he is, obviously was classy as a ball player and was as classy as he is a manager, and he was the same way as a ball player. Turn around as we get a look at some of the vintage blazers that Howard Cosell wore. He answered the first question, and he got up and said to Howard Cosell, Joe and Bob, that's enough. I'm done. I'm done. No more. Kind of duped him a little bit, thinking he was going to tell one kind of story. The interview went the other way, and he took a look at these blazers. And that was the first thing that came in his mind, was telling us that story.
Clint Hurdle, former first-round pick, and Howard Cosell, a sportscaster for many, many years, and very popular in the 1970s. Did he work the '79 World Series? I think he did. Yeah, I believe he did. Keith Jackson, Don Drysdale, we're told, that was the broadcast crew, '79. Chris Carter fouling one off. So that's why we wore these today. We were trying to be a little bit like the actual blazers that they
get everybody thinking World Series.
That
Why
too.
not? Definitely. After making the playoffs 3 straight years, I think it's at that point to where you want to kind of move on and make that next step and go all the way and win it all, and maybe have a song of your own.
Time to get serious, Bob.
Yep. Does that mean we have to shave?
No, we're buckling up today and get serious. Yeah, I mean, this is nice little souvenir. Some Point Park tweets today. What do you mean it's a wig? It's not a wig. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Bob Walk equals Howard Cosell.
not Joe Libre.
That is that stash is quite formidable that you've grown for today. Yeah, that's a little bit more than what you used to have there.
I tried to doctor it up a little bit to kind of get some gray into it earlier, but that didn't work. What was I using? Oh,
using like
the little white powder out of the.
You're using mints.
The Altoids can.
Hey, we don't have a big crew up here to help make mustaches gray. Right. So what can we do? Casio strikes out Carter. Couple of Ks for Juan. He's retired the first 4.
Swing and a miss at that slider. See it down and away. He gets the chase on it.
That's a good sign. He only had a couple of swings and misses against Detroit.
Now Zach's outfit is pretty good too, huh? Definitely looks like right out of the 70s, maybe even into the 60s a little bit there.
Got the open collar, yeah.
Peace, love, Bandy DA. There we go. Yeah, back in '79, I kind of thought it would go away on its own. Little did we know.
An experiment brought in 1973. Still around today. He went.
You notice the theme here. You get ahead, you get chases on that slider. 2 strikeouts in a row where he gets up on 2 strikes on the hitter. You drop it down out of the strike zone, and they have to offer. Now, you know, if you're throwing those pitches out of the strike zone at 2-0 and 3-1, they're not even going to start the bat. But because you have 2 strikes on you, you got to start to offer because you're wondering, and then you can't hold up in time.
So you're saying better fastball command today sets that up?
Yeah, absolutely. You get ahead. That hard breaking ball becomes so much tougher for guys to lay off.
We're in Hill.
Right down the middle.
Two balls and a strike. Hey, Ray Searage looking good. It's nice to see the coaches. They don't all have the jackets on today. They want to bring out the yellows too. Gold. Yellow gold. I guess we call those gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not only the pillbox hats, but the waistbands. Did you ever wear those? Before?
Oh, yeah.
No belts?
No belts.
Just snaps? An elastic waistband? Polanco right there. Juan Nicasio's retired them all through 2. I should say no score here. Pirates with 2 hits. Here is Begin the bottom of the second inning. Here's our Allegheny Health Network injury update for today. And good news with Jung Ho Kang coming back soon. He'll begin a rehab assignment tomorrow with Indianapolis. And he'll need some time to get some more at bats and get out on the field and adjust to higher level competition. But you know, originally thought maybe at the end of April, and that's looking a lot more possible. That's great news.
It'd be nice to get Jung Ho back on the team. He brings so much with him. That bat of his, also a guy that is constantly hustling. The way he plays the game kind of reminds me a little bit about like Jay Hay. This always going, you know, that engine of his, the motor.
Also, Jared Hughes beginning a rehab assignment on Tuesday in Indy. Help with some. He's been so good and helped that bullpen out. So good injury news as the Bucks getting healthier. Gregory Polanco, your league leader in walks.
Now that is probably the biggest surprise of the season so far for me.
He's walked 13 times, and that leads the National League. He's about a quarter of the way to his total from last year already, and we're on game 13. Great approach. And also putting the leadoff man on again here, this time for Josh Harrison.
It's kind of ironic that Polanco lost that leadoff job because he wasn't walking very much. The on-base percentage wasn't as high as you would like to see it up there and top of the lineup. And now that he's been moved down in the lineup, all he does is get on every time he goes to the plate.
And a strike. Special day for Josh Harrison is a giveaway today, the Josh Harrison gnome.
You gonna get one for your garden?
Yes. Plant some daffodils nearby and play off that bright gold top he's got on today.
Garden statues became very popular. Started Italy during the Renaissance.
Do tell.
Yeah, it's still going on today. We'll probably put a few out there. I could see a couple gnomes sitting out by the ivy. They look good out there.
Laying off and the ball and 2 strikes.
Said no gnome to that. Not swinging.
Yeah, the garden with lawn ornaments, very popular in 1979. Maybe a flamingo, maybe a captain of some sort, right?
Yeah. Flamingo, I like that.
Yeah.
The house that we rent in Florida has flamingos all stuck in the ground everywhere. Plastic ones.
Oh, okay, good. That's way better. 2-2 now on Harrison. Polanco yet to try to run here. He's already swiped the bag this year.
Some houses down there get coconuts, some get fake flamingos.
Zach Davies at 35 pitches after recording 3 outs so far.
He needs to kind of tighten things up, get efficient quickly, or he's not going to have a long afternoon regardless of what the score is.
Called up today, Keon Broxton, the former Pirate farmhand, sent out. Make room for Davies. Polanco running. And base hit. Gets away from Santana. And Polanco held up at third. On the double by Harrison, and 2 men on with nobody out.
It's a nice read by Polanco. And he's watching. I mean, he could have threw on the brakes and started to go back toward first base, but right there he sees it, and he's not going to catch that. With 2 outs, you would have probably went ahead, maybe gambled that he could have scored there, but with no one out, got a possible big inning starting to brew. Got to be conservative, throw up the stop sign.
Santana could not get to that ball. Now Bucks on the pond for Jordy Mercer. And the Pirates' relentless offensive attack continues. I was looking it up today. The Pirates, through the first 12 games, they led the league in base runners last year. They're leading all of baseball in base runners, total base runners this year. And a strike. But this year, they're on pace for 1,000 more base runners than they had all last year. Now that can't keep up all year, but it just shows you almost every inning they've got 2 men on, 2 men on, 2 men on. And that really wears down that opposing staff. Gives you so many opportunities. Mercer, a really nice day yesterday, both at the plate and in the field.
They made some outstanding defensive plays, and I think that's something that you're going to see a lot of when Neese is on the mound. Those guys on the left side, whoever's playing third, short, they're going to be tested. So he's going to get a lot of ground balls.
In the air to left, plenty deep for Polanco. And the Pirates on top first. It's 1-0. Sac fly for Jordy Mercer, RBI number 7. And the Renegades happy.
They're in their normal position. They've kind of staked out that top rung on the rotunda.
Jordy Mercer gets the Pirates on the board first, playing from ahead as they did yesterday. Nicasio with Harrison on at second. Juan, a 117 career hitter without a home run. This one will get out of play. And it's time for our Let's Motor Player Profile, brought to you by BMW Mini. And Juan Nicasio signed as an international free agent in 2006 out of the Dominican Republic. And last year, for the Dodgers in relief, struck out more than 10 batters per 9 innings, allowed just 1 home run all year, and his first career hit, a double, in his second career start, way back against Matt Cain. Cain was at his best for the Giants. 1-2. Almost thought that said Nicosia on the back there. Right?
Yeah.
If you scramble the letters around.
Just kind of like blur your eyes a little bit.
Yeah. Look, you just move that around and you got Nicosia. Moves up the runner. A productive out.
First baseman, John Jaso.
A little flare to that announcement. Jaso.
Gateway Clipper. One of my favorite parts of this area. John Jaso with a base hit, now an 8-game hitting streak. I went on the my wife and I accidentally went on the kids version where they had the
good chip lollipop.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Got free ice cream though. Pirates on the board first. 1-0 Buccos. Family forever is the hashtag going around on Twitter. Yes, a little bit of 1979 here in 2016. And the Pirates having some fun today, up 1-0 on the Jordy Mercer sac fly. They'll be wearing these every Sunday home game. Those are sharp. No button downs. Yeah, wear your gold.
There was a lot of people wearing gold chains real big back then.
Kirk Neuenhuis leads it off. Where were you in 1979? What were you doing?
I was playing baseball in Pennsylvania, but Reading, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Another part of the state. Just before your call up to the Phillies, first call up, right?
Living in Kutztown. Yep. It was a very enjoyable year. I really liked living over there.
Josh Harrison. That's the first out. Very active today on Twitter. Our Point Park tweets. We will always be a family. Look at that. Look at that. Dave Parker's shirt. I don't have a wife. I don't have kids. But me and the boys keep bucking.
I look down.
Keep them coming with that hashtag all afternoon long. This is fun. Now, they weren't around in 1979. I was about that age in 1979. I was a year old.
Just getting started.
Just getting going.
This reminds me of somebody else just getting going. Lydia Caruso, newest Bucco fan. Congratulations to Carly and Wade out in Oakmont. Welcome aboard, Lydia.
Maybe a similar situation where good things happen early on. For Lydia, welcome to the world. Nice play by Jaso. Still smooth over there at first base. What a great job he's done. He's worked hard. And you can host your next special event right here at the ballpark, PNC Park. Perfect for corporate outings, weddings, bar and bat mitzvahs, and more. And catering options available in the Lexus Club, Pittsburgh Baseball Club, or the Rivertown Brewing Hall of Fame Club here at PNC. And for more info, you can call 1-800-BUY-BUCKS or visit pirates.com/PNC Park events.
You know, Joe, I think that Jaso is already here early in the year gotten to the point to where I think most people see him make those plays over there just don't realize that he wasn't raised in baseball as a first baseman. He looks like he's been playing baseball or playing first base a long time. I mean, just what a difference in a month.
And I was talking with Clint Hurdle. I asked him about that today, and he talked about how he came to that mini camp in January down in Bradenton, working all throughout spring training on the side, before games, after games, on days he didn't play, working in the backfields hours and hours and hours, and still is doing that and continuing to work on some of those unusual plays. And my comment to Clint was that the only time we notice him is when he does something right, you know, exceptionally right. Otherwise you don't even notice him over there. And that's a huge compliment, because he had played one full game at first base his entire life, and that was in 2005 in Southwest Michigan.
The first game of spring training, we noticed him over there, because that was a little bit of a disaster, that first inning. But since that moment, that inning, he has done nothing but play great first base, and that's a nice looking fastball today.
And the Brewers have done nothing against Juan Nicasio. 9 up, 9 down. 1-0 Buccos.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Allegheny Health Network, Health for All, and by Day Automotive. We're gonna make your day. Let's go Bucks!
The great Chuck Tanner. McCutchen. That shatters. And one pitch, one out for Zach Davies. made a jart out of that barrel.
Well, that one just exploded. A lot of times, more often than not, you see these balls hit the end of the bat, and they'll put a lot of pressure on it, and they'll break like that. But that one was a true saw job. That one came in tight. Yeah, you're right about the head of that bat. Wow, look at that.
Popular lawn game from 1979.
Yep.
At least in my family.
Good one. Yeah, I still miss that game. I loved it. I guess it turned out to be dangerous.
I guess it's too dangerous now. Hey, I played it. I was like 3 years old. I played it. You just don't run into it.
Yeah. don't fire it at anybody.
I was 14th in Macomb County for my age group charts.
Now all they let you toss is the sandbags.
Yeah, that's safe.
Nobody gets hurt with the sandbags.
You got one shattered bat, one lost bat.
I found it right away. It didn't go far. Out of that hand, out of the other hand.
Freeze drawn a walk back in the first. That average over 300. Well, you have the kind of offensive success the Pirates have had here early in the season. You got a lot of guys hitting over 300. The Pirates leading baseball coming into the day today in on-base percentage, total base runners. About average in cashing them in, bringing them home. And we pointed out that on days where they get good pitching, they're still scoring plenty enough runs to win, and they got great pitching yesterday. So far, great pitching again today.
They have lost the last two fastballs from Davies. 91. I don't remember when he pitched against us last year saying anything in the 90s at all.
Now what I've got here in my notes from last year, four-seamer up to 91. So 92 is a tick higher than what we've seen. Nice day to work today. It's warm. Freeze has drawn a couple of walks, 3 issued by Davies this afternoon. And you can save big when you use your Giant Eagle Advantage card this season. Save up to $10 off tickets on Sunday home games. To show your Giant Eagle Advantage card at the PNC Park ticket windows, or go to pirates.com/advantage card. What's that? It's an area code. Why would you need an area code? Just dial 7 numbers, right? No area codes.
Back then, the 412 was everywhere. Now it's kind of just the city.
You have an exchange, you know. Tyler, 87100. Give us a call.
You used to have to dial 1 area code.
Long distance. A little low to Matt Joyce, the cleanup man today. Back in 1979, of course, the fastest mode of travel was by boat in this country. I'm sorry, that's not accurate at all.
Yeah,
that's nice.
That was a little stretch. I like that shirt.
I need to get me one of those. That is really nice. Perfect. To the shortstop. And VR throws it late. Everyone is safe.
Right about now, there's nobody within 90 feet of third base.
Not a routine play by any means, and a base hit there for Matt Joyce.
When you moving around the defense always puts different responsibilities on guys than we have seen back in '79. And people forget also to, what bases they need to cover and that sort of thing. In that scenario right there, nobody was at third base. I can remember One of the first times years ago we started shifting on players, and I remember Braun beating us twice. When he went into second, didn't stop, and just ran to third because there was nobody over there.
Cervelli. And he dropped the ball. Everyone's going to be safe.
Always tough for the base runner. So you get a dive like this, the ball comes out, but it's behind the fielder, and you can't really see it for a while. And you know, what are you doing? What are you going to do? You going to go back?
Kirk Neuenhuis, a good center fielder too.
Joyce was really caught in the middle there. Ended up having to go in head first to make sure he was going to end up safe.
Freese was tagging anyway, but Joyce, yeah, he was going to retreat to first.
Well, he couldn't see that ball roll out as he was blocked. I think Freese had maybe a little bit of a different angle. He saw it drop a little earlier.
Tim Joyce, the veteran umpire, signaling that that ball got down at first base. He may have yelled too to help the runner. First pitch curve away with the bases full of Buccos for Gregory Polanco. Drew a walk in the second. Back-to-back singles. Past third into left, a base hit. Everyone moves up. Polanco drives in the run. 2-0 Pirates. All started with a David Freese walk.
You got Hill in tough, or in tight, because he's respecting the speed of Polanco, and he just slaps the ball by him. And right on the edge of the grass, he makes his dive onto the grass. So when you're that tight, you just don't have time to move laterally. Polanco taking advantage of that. Hey, up there, got the big triple last night. You'd love to see something along those lines. An extra base hit here. But went out by the fence somewhere, and watch Polanco run from first.
Base is still loaded with one out. Josh Harrison doubling his last time.
The floor is playing fairly shallow out in left field. Makes that big gap in left center. It opens that up even more when the left fielder comes in. A line drive toward the bullpen would be nice right now.
Solid goal. Known giveaway day for Josh Harrison. Already treating the faithful with a double. Why not clear the bases here? 2-0. A walk and 3 straight singles, a couple of which on very close plays. Freese starting it off with the base on balls. Nice 8-pitch at bat. Davies has been in trouble all afternoon. Now even 2 balls and 2 strikes.
A lot of pitches already. Not out of the third inning and 65.
With 1 out in the third, yeah. Well, this Pirates offense is just ground opposing pitchers. Two-two. Into center and through a base hit. Here comes Joyce to score. Josh Harrison driving in the run. 3-0 Pirates.
on a little conga line, just one at a time, one base at a time. Just everybody just keeps moving up 90 feet.
4 straight hits. And Cervelli at second base had to make sure that that one was going to get past VR.
He's got to be close enough to second to where he won't get doubled off if it's caught. And then when it's not caught, now he's almost like trying to beat out a hit to get to third so he doesn't get forced there.
Base is still loaded for Jordy Mercer. And strike one on Jordy. With the pitcher due up next. Jordy may have cracked his bat there. Cervelli has moved on to third. Gregory Polanco also singled at second. Josh Harrison with that base hit at first. A couple of runs across. Looking for the big blow here in the third. And it's through. Cervelli is in. Polanco will score. 5-0 Buccos.
Wow, if you're the Brewers right now, you got to be, you're getting a little kind of nickel and dime, and now you get a ball that you think, okay, this could be the double play we're looking for, and you clank it.
Just off VR's glove. And that's how this inning has gone for Milwaukee. I mean, just an inch here or there, and they could have found 3 outs. 6 straight men have reached.
Jay going all the way to third is made this a bunt situation. Oh, how about that? The Brewers can do nothing right at this point.
Jeanette late to cover first, and Craig Counsell may challenge this call.
He'll lose.
Tie goes to the runner. I think he just beat it, in fact.
He's faster than a kosher.
Fun with anagrams here today.
Look at Jay Hay. Now, did Jay Hay cause a little hesitation coming down the line? Is that why that was a close play at first base? It shouldn't have been close.
And the Brewers are going to challenge.
That's a little bit of a surprise.
Usually Craig Counsell very conservative using challenges, but considering how this inning has gone, I don't know if they're going to get this one.
They're not going to win. There's another thing that's just not going their way is they wasted their challenge. There was no way that was going to be overturned.
Great image on our Allegheny Health Network Supermo. Yep, confirmed. Base hit for Nicasio.
I don't know if we've ever seen a quicker confirmation. Boom, they looked at it.
Oh, this explains it. Craig Counsell wanted a new pitcher, and that's.
But do you waste your?
Well, he used the challenge to get his pitcher ready. 5-0 Buccos here in the third inning. And stay tuned after the game for the latest Inside Pirates baseball. Find out the 1 feat Andrew McCutchen has yet to accomplish as a Buck. Follow Jordy Mercer around the field for a mic'd up session and much more. Inside Pirates baseball presented by Allegheny Health Network today after the game, after postgame, right here on Root Sports. 5-0 as the Pirates have strung together 6 straight singles following a walk and have chased Zach Davies from the ballgame.
Tyler Cravey, opponent batting average 357. Not a lot of success so far against keeping the opposing hitters from getting their hits. But you know, back to Davies for a moment. Wasn't like we were just ripping balls all over the place off of him this inning. He's really kind of a couple of dunkers and let down by the defense twice on the ground ball that could have been a double play, and the second baseman basically not covering first base on a sacrifice bunt with the pitcher up. What was that about?
Ball just off a glove here, or just off the glove there. So the 9th Pirate to bat in this inning. Still with the bases loaded, still with 1 out. And you know, who needs the home run ball? You just keep the line moving. You get enough base runners, generate runs. And here comes another. Harrison is in. RBI John Jaso, 6-0 Buccos. 3rd run batted in. And now 8 straight men to reach.
The ball was away from him a little bit. Went out and got it. Time now for the first Grand Slam home run of Kutcher's career, right? It's all set up for him.
First one to him.
A great way to put a cap on the inning.
Every Pirate with a hit this inning except for McCutchen and Freese. McCutchen yet to bat till now. Freese walked. McCutchen started this inning bouncing out and then reached on the fielder's choice back to the first. The Pirates they loaded the bases 5 batters ago, and they have kept the bases loaded every time. I mean, you got to pitch all inning with the bases loaded. On and again. 1-2.
It's good and bad. I guess it kind of means the other team really hasn't got that big giant hit to send everybody in, but at the same time, you're in trouble, you're in trouble, you're in trouble. Not pup night yet.
1-2 to McCutchen. And they get the force at home. And a good play by Aaron Hill.
Nowhere really to go with that ball except home. That was the easiest play with it. Another advantage of having the bases loaded. You get that force everywhere.
I get a good note from the fantastic Pirates PR staff, and the Pirates just had 7 consecutive hits, the first time since August 1st, 2012 at Wrigley Field. So it's been 4 years since you saw 7 straight hits. David Freese walked and scored the first run of this inning. 5 across. It feels a little bit like 1979 today. Euphoric. Nicasio pitching great today. He's been on the bases for a while. After Jeanette late to cover first base, he was trying to sacrifice, got aboard. Now Freeze ahead in the count. Three balls and a strike. Nowhere to put David Freeze. Three-one from Cravey. This should get him out of the inning. And the Pirates send 11 men to the plate in the third inning. 5 across for the Buccos. We are family. Up 6-0.
It's time for the Toyota RAV4th inning. The all-wheel drive RAV Hybrid has performance that will make you rethink hybrid. Let's go Bucks!
6-0 Pirates. Big inning. Putting 5 across here on a fun Sunday afternoon. First of many every Sunday home game. Throwing it back to 1979 and Willie Stargell pops. What a tremendous World Series for Willie Stargell. Nearing the end of his playing days and looked like a young man out there at 79.
Leading the way, that's for sure. Lead by example.
Jim Bibby back out to begin the fourth. Juan Nicasio. He has been perfect through the first 3. Not quite the girth of Bibby, but
yeah, there's nothing dripping off the bill of the hat. You know, the perspiration.
Got the broad shoulders though.
Bibby likes stuff.
Now 3 balls and no strikes. Nicasio had to wait a long time between innings. He was on the bases for most of it, including at the end of the inning. And he comes out with the first base runner for the Brewers today, a leadoff walk.
Immediately Cervelli out for a little talk, trying to stop this in its tracks. Got the 6-0 lead. You want to fill that strike zone up.
Scooter Gennett struck out looking at a 10-pitch at bat back in the first. Well, when you were on base for a long time, were you more fatigued when you went back out on the mound?
No, I don't ever recall. I was kind of a hyper individual out there. I don't think that I can't ever remember actually being tired out on the mound. Too much coffee.
Harrison, what a play to get the force. That is not routine, being able to flip the ball out of your glove like that. He's done that a couple times this series.
I thought that they would get a double play on this. I mean, oh, maybe Harrison broke up too in front of Mercer. But Gannett thought he was out at first. He was walking back to the dugout. It was really odd.
And outside ball one to Jonathan Lucroy. Yeah, Gennett, but up.
Well, I don't know how I could. Look, he's going back. He thinks he's out. What in the heck was going on? Do you think he lined out? What was he thinking there? I'm not sure. Any ideas?
He didn't cover first either.
No, when he was
on the bunt.
I thought he was running down the base so hard that he didn't know what was happening, but clearly from the replay he's watching what was happening, and he still turned, thought he was out, and was walking back to the dugout.
Little brain cramp.
Oh, I know what happened. Well, no, that couldn't have been what it was either. Like me, maybe he forgets how many outs there are.
Maybe he didn't have his coffee. Rolled through the hole. Jonathan Lucroy with the first hit today. And the Brewers with a couple of men on here with one out in the fourth. And get on board with a new Pirates 12-pack plan fueled by Sheets. You can lock in the best seats at PNC Park with a made-to-order plan. And plans include postseason pre-sale opportunities and free food from Sheets. So get your 12-pack today. Go to pirates.com/12-pack. What a gorgeous afternoon here. Where else would you want to be on a Sunday? Right here at the ballpark. Chris Carter down a strike. Seeing a lot more swings and misses today from Juan Nicasio. He had issued just 2 swings and misses. Back against Detroit. Now 0-2 on Carter.
Doing things like this, jumping ahead 0-2, that really helps out getting some offers at borderline pitches.
Base hit for Chris Carter. And Scooter Gennett's going to jog home. Brewers on the board now 6-1.
That was a simple case of a mistake pitch. Kind of wasted the fact that it was out 0-2. That's where he needs to throw that ball down and away and get a chase, and he just left that one right there in the middle of the inside half of the plate. Bad location.
Ramon Flores batting. I'm just told that that Jordy Mercer ball now turned into an error, so he'll only get the 1 run batted in.
No more 7 straight hits. Huh?
That is now disappearing forever until they change it again.
Kind of thought they might change that. Looked like a pretty easy play for VR to make.
Yankees through 69 pitches, 43 strikes. 6-9, 4-4.
ahead 1-2 on Flores. Garrett Cole looking sharp in those throwbacks. If you're going to have a throwback uniform, you might as well do it right. Pirates have done it right today.
It's one of the really the classic throwback uniforms because of the period. It really shows the period of the 70s.
Loud and proud. Two to Flores. Now full, and Nicasio's in danger of loading the bases here. Very sharp the first time around the order. No one reached. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And now the bases are loaded.
Nicasio certainly not taking advantage of the fact that he got that big lead.
Was walked 2 in this inning. Ray Searage is going to come out. And yeah, I mean, nice to see Ray, by the way, with the right top. But yeah, I mean, you know, you got a big lead. You just challenge hitters. I mean, someone hits a solo home run, even big deal. But now you have the tying run out on deck.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see, and it's not going back to the fatigue thing too. Especially nowadays with everything that the modern player goes through to be in physical peak shape. You know, I don't think that that's ever a question anymore. Baseball, unlike a lot of the other sports, is not really all that physically demanding during the course of play.
Just thinking about Ray Searage, 1979. He was in Arkansas playing for the Cardinals minor league team. The Travelers. Those are beautiful Travelers right there. Those yellow tops. And the black pants. Aaron Hill takes low for ball 1. Lined out back in the second. Who wants it? Jaso with a nice catch. And Lucroy has to put on the brakes.
Jaso came out of the game yesterday, for defensive purposes. It's been, happens to him, but you got to believe that that's going to end.
This is no ordinary play.
No, this is a tremendous play that a lot of first basemen in this league just can't make.
And then the throw.
Yeah, then right on the plate, perfect toss.
Jaso, a longtime catcher with that good arm, something a lot of first basemen don't have. I mean, had to catch it.
Look at Jay.
Now 2 gone for Neuenhuis. And Lucroy thinks, okay, no big deal. Oh,
better go back.
A 1. And now I had 2 strikes.
Lucroy plays first base.
He's dabbled over there at first.
Days that, especially at I guess 2 years ago when they were really wanting to keep that bat in the lineup and give him a break from behind the plate.
We've seen Joe Mauer make the switch over there permanently. Buster Posey plays over there somewhat routinely. Mostly still catches, of course, among others. Neuenhuis with a big hit here. And Lucroy and Carter are going to score. A 2-out, 2-strike, 2-run single for Kirk Neuenhuis. And now the Brewers right back in this one, 6-3.
Bullpen gets busy. Wasn't really a bad pitch at all. 94 down and away, just kind of reaching for it. Just placed it in a nice spot.
Colin Walsh pinch hitting for the pitcher Cravey in the 8th spot. Switch hitter. The Brewers had sent up 9 men to the plate in the first 3 innings, the minimum. Walsh the 8th man to come up here in this 4th inning. Capuano the lefty. Caminero the righty in the Pirates pen. Nicasio comes back with his 5th strikeout. Brewers strike for 3. Of In the Room Tuesday before the Penguins game 3 against the Rangers. Join the guys as they get fitted for new suits, and a special mic'd up session as well, as they will have so much more In the Room Tuesday at 5:30 here on Root Sports. Glorious from the Clemente Bridge over the Allegheny River.
We're going to leave tomorrow to head to San Diego, and even then we won't see any better weather than we have been experiencing in these last couple of days here against the Brewers. It's just been fantastic. San Diego-like for sure. Capuano's numbers after 5 games. Opponent batting average over 300.
Second stint with the Brewers.
I don't think I've seen a cloud for 3 days. Incredible. Just like 79.
It was always sunny in Pittsburgh that year. I don't know about that. The mills were still, a couple were still operating.
A little smoky. They were
winding down.
Starting to go through the change.
Matt Joyce in the cleanup spot today. A couple of singles. Starling Marte hit the right hand with a pitch. Matt Joyce picking up where he left off. Three hits and 3 trips, and we're in the 4th inning. Yeah, he really worked hard this winter. Went down to the Dominican Republic, and veteran major leaguers do not go and play winter ball. Guys that grew up in the United States, at least. And he went down there for 5 weeks and really tried to regain his swing, regain his own confidence, rebuild his value, and made the roster out of spring training. And he and the Pirates had a lot of mutual interest over the winter. And Clint Hurdle told him, hey, you're not going to start unless we need you to fill in on a day off or an injury. But we think you're going to be a valuable part of this team nonetheless. And Matt Joyce has been. Hitting .400. Pinch hit 3-run home run.
A true outfielder. He
yes.
Go out and play in the outfield. Not a utility type guy that you put out there.
Good in the corners. Here's Cervelli, 1 for 2 today. That's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Matt Joyce with 3 of the 10 hits today. Cervelli's got 1. Now 3-0 on him. Cervelli just does not swing at bad pitches. I don't know if I've seen him swing at a bad pitch this year.
Knock on wood. Smile.
Well, they haven't worn these uniforms in a while. They'll be wearing them every Sunday home game, though. That looks like Rick Sofield in 1979. Very athletic.
Had to be quick to jump out of that one.
Great athlete.
Look out.
Recruited to be a big-time quarterback. Decided to, as a first-round pick, to sign with the Twins instead. Jump and rope.
Oh, that means left hand top of the helmet.
Don't forget to bring your helmet with you to second base.
Don't let your hat fall off when it hits this double.
(3-1) and another walk issued. 4th today from Brewers pitching. And every inning today, the Pirates with multiple base runners aboard. They have just been grinding out at bats.
Seeing a ton of pitches, as it really has been the story from the very beginning.
Capitalizing today, 5 for 11 with runners in scoring position. That's a great game. 11 times with men on at second and or third, and we're in the 4th inning. Leading baseball in base runners and on base percentage as well. Gregory Polanco on base both times. He's walked and singled in a run. 6-3 Pirates lead in the 4th.
Polanco being selective.
Yeah, he's had one stretch where he struck out 3 times, one game this year. Other than that, he's a guy that has seldom swung at a bad pitch. And to be so young and to be able to do that, a lot of growth. Not a strike. Here's some of that growth from the bottom up.
Big enough. He needs to quit growing now.
6'5". Two balls and a strike now. Now the Brewers with 3 in the top half of this inning. Pirates want to make the margin more comfortable again. Polanco fouls it off to the left. Felt like he just missed that one. He's hung in there good against lefties too.
Well, the more selective you are, and the longer you're waiting, letting those pitches get a little bit deeper in there before you make that decision to swing, the better you're going to be against the lefties. It's when you're trying to hit that ball way out in front when those lefties are going to give you fits with a breaking pitch.
2-2.
Chased one there, but got enough of it to stay alive.
There's Pops. That's been here as long as this place has been open.
So many years giving the people of Pittsburgh baseball thrills.
Lost him way too soon. Willie Stargell. So move him up if Cutter gets there. A productive out. Joyce on to third. Cervelli back at second. With one out. Josh Harrison has been productive today. On Gnome Day. Doubled in the second. Brought in a run with a single in the third. How about another?
Things got a little uncomfortable when the Brewers came back at us with that 3 spot at the top of the inning.
Kirk Neuenhuis, an 0-2 2-run 2-out single.
A base hit right here, get 2 of those runs back, and then you start feeling relaxed again.
There's Neuenhuis. The Brewers have mixed and matched with a lot of center fielders this year, trying to see what they've got. Got to keep the door open for Brett Phillips, a young prospect that they've got there coming up. Right to VR. That'll be the second out. Everyone gets back.
Nice job freezing on the line drive. Stop.
They're going to walk Jordy Mercer with Nicasio in the on deck circle. Sure has driven in a pair today. We'll get a chance here. Now that National League lineup, you know, those 7 and 8 hitters, you got to start you know, thinking about what's happening well before the pitcher comes out for both the opposing manager and the hitters themselves.
Yeah, all part of the game of baseball. Gotta use your head, think a little bit on both sides. What you got to do, players, managers. National League, it's not just walk up there and swing as hard as you can. Takes a little planning. American League, you put up some lineups on the wall and see what happens 3 hours from now.
So Nicasio, a chance. And down a strike. Juan got on with a single. The second baseman Jeanette late to cover on a sacrifice bunt try. Also has bounced out. Capuano, an all-star 10 years ago, still able to get some outs, but that fastball now in the upper 80s. So for a pitcher, maybe you know, if you get the right location, you can get around on it. Well, struck him out.
Right down the middle.
Buck strand 3.
'79 style here on Root Sports. We're wearing all the Blazers, and the players obviously wearing the '79 World Series season uniforms. I went around the clubhouse earlier and asked a couple guys what do they think of it, starting with Tony Watson.
First of all, it's a great uniform, and we're celebrating a tremendous team and a group of individuals that did a lot for this city and this organization. So to be wearing this every Sunday is it's going to be a lot of fun. Wear it proud, and hopefully we get a lot of wins in it.
Well, for me, I'm going to speak for me, okay? This way I can fantasize that I played with Pops and all those guys.
And of course, you had to know Ray Searage was going to have some kind of fun wearing these. So of course I had to ask him about it, Joe and Bob. And how about this? Matt Joyce was just making his way back into the outfield. He stopped, paused, took a look at my blazer and said, did you finish in the runner-up spot for the Masters? All right, Matty, come on now. Hey, the feedback is fantastic on wearing these, and we've gotten a lot of feedback via the social media machine, Joe, on your wig. One guy said you look like Adam Yauch, the late Adam Yauch from the Beastie Boys, in one of the old videos with that wig that you're wearing. It's fantastic. Great reference.
That's flattery. I haven't had hair, I don't know, this millennium. So it was kind of cool to have that out for a little bit.
Well, I like the jackets. I've got 4 new listings in the North Hills since I've worn this.
Hey, if they can wear the bright gold shirts, we can wear the jackets. This is nice. We got the.
I see we've changed.
We got the logo there.
Style logo.
Yeah.
Root Sports is just still hanging on here a little bit.
Can't get VR on that tough ball. Base hit for VR.
But it's great to celebrate the history of the Pirates. Pirates, one of the teams in baseball that have been around for well over a century, and a lot of stuff to look back on in their history and celebrate. 79 just part of that. Yeah, the World Championship pennants up just underneath us a little bit.
Had been wearing the 71 throwbacks, now an homage to the 79 champs. They didn't play in a park as pretty as this one, though. Wow. Santana with a base hit. Well, the Brewers are figuring out Juan Nicasio after that first time around in the order. 9 up and 9 down, and Brewers sent up 8 men in the 4th inning, scored 3 times. Now 2 on with nobody out here.
Yeah, that fastball, the base hit. I'm thinking that was just 91 miles an hour. I think that's what I saw, which is not where Nicasio normally throws that fastball. He's a mid-90s guy, so.
He was telling me about that he throws a 2-seamer up in the zone sometimes, and it's slower.
Like a fastball changeup.
Yeah, I guess a way to add and subtract from that fastball. Yeah, normally 95, 96.
A slow fastball. That's kind of like a jumbo shrimp.
Yeah, oxymoron, right? Yeah. So Caminero gets back loose again. Jeanette is 0 for 2, scored a run last inning. He's the tying run for the Brewers. It was 6-0 after the Pirates scored 5 times in the 3rd. Runner heads to 3rd. And a perfect strike from Cervelli. What a nice throw from Francisco Cervelli.
That was a great throw right on the bag. From that view there, it almost looked though like if he would have gone just straight into the bag instead of trying to go with the trick slide around through the back door, that he might have made it.
He may have beaten the initial tag, but it came off the bag.
But I think he went off the bag probably also because he went with the trick slide.
Absolutely.
If he just goes straight into the bag, I think he's got a chance that he could have been safe.
That'll change the complexion of the inning quickly. There's the second out. Now remember, the Brewers used their challenge in the 3rd inning and quickly lost it, and maybe in an effort to buy some time for Tyler Gravy to continue loosening.
We'll see that again. Cervelli a lot going for him because he had the left-hander up there, so there was no bother. Yeah, he tried to come in the back door, and I think his best shot would have been right through the main entrance.
Here's Lucroy now, 1 for 2. And Nicasio, this inning looked a little perilous, but he'll quickly get out of it. Caught stealing, couple of pop-ups. Pirates coming to bat up 6-3.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by the all-new Chevy Malibu and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Barrel. Check out barreltires.com and never overpay for tires again. Let's go Bucks!
6-3, the Buccos on top. Coming to bat here in the 5th. Happy Sunday afternoon to you. Glad you're with us. The incline. That's a fun ride.
That's the way Steve gets home after the game.
Lives on Mount Washington now. I've taken the T before down in the South Hills. I love it. Public transportation, always your friend. Is that their slogan?
Yes.
Yeah,
it wasn't 79.
Yeah. John Jaso already batting for the 4th time today.
With the incline, that goes back to the
1800s. They just had a trivia question yesterday. I think it was 1870s. Is that what?
I know it was 1800s. I can't remember what decade, but
I should have paid more attention.
Yep, been there a
I'm
long
sure
time.
someone will tweet us. Let's look at our Barrel League leaders and the longest hitting streaks going on. Carlos Gonzalez, and then right there, John Jaso hitting 8 straight. He's been on base every game that he's played. Got 1 day off so far.
Did that get him? Guess not. I thought maybe that might have nipped the orange top. Gold. Sorry.
Yellow, orange, gold.
Yellow, orange.
Into the shift this time, though. VR will take care of Jaso.
I'd like to wish happy birthday to retired Pittsburgh Police Sergeant Lou Garda. Sergeant Garda, happy birthday. Thank you for your service to the city of Pittsburgh over the years. I think we know his son, don't we? Sergeant Garda?
Mike Garda.
Happy birthday, Lou.
He was probably on the beat in 1979, huh?
Yep.
It's my birthday, too. And we came to celebrate with McCutchen. Yes. Trying to join in on the hit parade.
Guess I should also say happy birthday to my granddaughter, Kylie.
Might want to mix that in, Bob.
Yeah.
Good job. How old's Kylie now?
10. That's a big one.
Oh, that's a big one. Big 1-0.
Double figures.
And 2 balls and a strike to McCutchen. McCutchen in his career against Capuano is 7 for 9. Probably worth noting. Think Capuano knows that McCutchen's 7 for 9 against him?
Yep.
Don't need a scouting report.
Those are the ones you remember.
Right? Yeah.
Well, anything that's really out of whack one way or another, you remember. If there's somebody up there that's
3 for 10.
Yeah,
no big deal.
It's like, yeah, you're not paying attention to that. But 1 for 10, 8 for 10, that you remember.
Let's see if McCutchen can go 8 for 10.
Ooh, looks good.
Deep to center. Norris turns around, and there it goes. A home run for Andrew McCutchen.
That ball is sleeping with the Gnomes.
He homered yesterday. He homers again today, and the Pirates lead it 7-3.
Sometimes that first one, maybe he'll get a player going, and Kutch can get absolutely scalding hot. And he has just been missing so many home runs here early on. It wouldn't be surprising at all to see him go on a home run tear.
He went out and got it. Dead center field for McCutchen. Home run number 2. First long ball for the Bucks here today. He stays back so well, doesn't he? And just use those hips.
That ball was on the outside corner. If he gets out too fast, it's, if he tries to hit that another 6-7 inches out in front of home plate, I think then you're off the end of the bat, and then you're not getting any carry. And that's what the pitcher's trying to do, to take the sting out of it. Get just a routine fly ball, stay out on the end of the bat, get in by the label. Yeah, that one didn't just scrape the back part of the wall either. That was well up to the back part of the garden. By the batter's eye.
What'd you say? It woke up the Gnomes out?
No, that one was sleeping with the Gnomes.
Oh. Base hit, David Freese. Well, they changed that hit from Mercer to an error, but so now he's the last one to get on the board with a hit. Boy, look at that.
I could still see that one. That one might not stay out there. Somebody's going to grab that one. It's when they get down into one of the hedges, and it might be there for a while.
Now Matt Joyce, who's 3 for 3 today.
few baseballs buried out there during batting practice. It's probably a good half dozen get hit in there every day.
Joyce behind 2 strikes. He's not even supposed to be here today. Late minute add to the lineup. When did we get that lineup? Maybe an hour and a half before first pitch today. Usually get it several hours before, but Starling Marte not in the lineup today. Is still that right hand after hit with a pitch yesterday. Came out sore this morning. Precautionary day off. Marte's been so good this year. So what does Clint Hurdle do in the lineup? Well, I'm just going to put Matt Joyce right in his spot, in the number 4 spot. And he's done great.
I always thought Sunday games kind of traditional to get some of your bench players some at bats anyway to go out there. I've seen some managers, they'll basically empty their bench on Sundays at times.
The old Jim Tracy theory.
Throw them all out there at once.
2-2. Cervelli with a single and a walk on deck. Two. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Joyce. Plenty of room on the left side of the infield for Joyce. Everyone bunched up. One of the more pronounced shifts you'll see. Well, you're talking about with no one covering third, you know, with a runner at first and freeze, and maybe runs on 3-2. Maybe he can get over there on a tweener ball.
I was mentioning, I remember Braun a couple of times. He was the same type of scenario. Right now, he would steal second, and then if he'd pop up out of a slide, and if he was safe, then he'd just run to third. So there's nobody there.
And Freeze will move on to second because Joyce has been on all 4 times today. And look at our Nissan road ahead. The Pirates taking tomorrow to travel. And good news, Francisco Liriano back in the rotation. He'll lead things, then Locke and Cole against the Padres. Pirates will draw James Shields in the finale of that series. Liriano missed his last start with a little hamstring malady, but a nice bullpen session yesterday. Came out of it all right today, and he's back in there for the next game on Tuesday. I want to thank Brent Mansfield for tweeting at us. The Incline opened in 1877.
It was the 70s. You're right.
So yeah, another 70s reference here today.
Just 100 years earlier.
Now even on Cervelli. Have some fun here today. Oh, the Clemente shirt. I didn't know if Cervelli was going to get granted time there. He asked for it, and Chad Fairchild didn't give it to him right away. He's getting ahead in the count all the time, Cervelli. Great shot as the shadows begin to creep in.
You wonder why opposing pitchers with Cervelli, Jaso, Polanco now, they don't go out there and just think, okay, I'm going to make these guys hit early in the count. And if they don't, well, then they'll be 0-2.
Well, that's what we've seen, that when the Pirates have struggled at the plate, it's because it's usually the better pitchers, the ones that are strike throwers, right? And those guys are coming after it. They're challenging you.
I remember us having this conversation a couple weeks ago about Carpenter. And then you pointed out, well, Bobby hit 20-some home runs last year. And then I thought, well, yeah, I guess you're right. But on hitters that aren't home run hitters, that don't have that power, I think you'd be better off just saying, okay, I'm going to challenge these guys early in the count and see if you can get way ahead of them.
There's one, and they'll turn two, going around the horn. But the Pirates add another, and a soaring home run from the bat of Andrew McCutchen. Pirates leading it 7-3. Penguins playoff coverage continues next week from Madison Square Garden as the Penguins take on the Rangers in Game 3 of the first round. See it here on Root Sports Tuesday, starting at 6 p.m. with a special 1-hour pregame presented by Heritage Valley Health System. And then Bucks and Pucks as the Pirates will take on the Padres from San Diego to follow. Andrew McCutchen with home run number 2. Souvenir. Nicasio settled down after the first 2 men reached in the 5th. Helped out by his catcher. That was a little distracting.
What'd you call that game you used to play?
Jarts.
Jarts.
That one was a bit in the way there. I think that ball didn't go out to short. He used to say that would go in the fireplace. Now it goes in the gift shop.
Yeah.
The authenticator will put a sticker on that. That's a Major League Baseball authenticator, and they put a sticker on it to show that it was official merchandise.
I think it was Marge Schott started that years ago in Cincinnati. First time I'd ever seen it, there was a gift shop, a Cincinnati Red gift shop, in the hotel we used to stay at.
Yeah, that's every ballpark has one. The authenticator. Someone you don't see, but yeah. Any piece of game used equipment, the bases, everything. You can take it home.
Didn't have that in '79.
They had bases, didn't they?
No authentic bases. Nothing that was authentic.
Oh, that's a busy day here. Look at all the sawed-off bats and all right, lineup card, foul balls, pitch in the dirt. Wow, they even take
the baseballs.
Wow. So even in 2016, still written down by hand. Get him an iPad. Well, when we're celebrating the 2016 World Series team 30 years from now, we'll talk about it. And look, remember when the authenticator used to write on paper? Paper. 3-2. And he struck him out. Juan Nicasio with strikeout number 6.
'96. Remember Nicasio looked like he was in a little trouble back a couple innings ago.
Started with Cervelli throwing out VR at third base, and then
yeah, that was the got him back.
Yeah, quickly got a couple of pop outs after that. Flores drives this one to center. Enough room for McCutchen.
Sometimes when you're out there in the mountain, you just need a little help. You're all family.
And just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, to look forward to Miller time later in the game. Brought to you by Light Beer for Miller. The first light beer back in the 70s.
LITE.
That's right.
Always thought it was less filling.
Oh, really? That's down low and a ball and a strike. And former pitchman Bob Uecker, my old partner with the Brewers.
Which side of the argument was he on? His great taste or less filling?
He was back in the front row there. So.
That was
I don't know if anybody could hear him.
That was the great debate back then.
Where he was seated. One of the best broadcasters and entertainers of all time.
Absolutely. Got to be a pleasure to be around.
That was a fun 4 years, I'll tell you that. And Nicasio make it a 1-2-3 inning. Pirates still on top, 7-3.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Kenny Ross, Total Confidence Pricing, and by Levin Furniture, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
7-3, the Pirates enjoying the advantage on this Sunday afternoon. And Juan Nicasio between innings, campaigning for another frame at 95 pitches. I couldn't convince him just yet. There's the hug. But he rebounded nicely after that rough and tumble fourth inning, a 9-pitch fifth, 12-pitch sixth inning.
Yeah, it's good to see that he was able to kind of put things back together, because it was unraveling for him, and with that 6-0 lead, that would have been a tough one to come back from if you let that one get away. Believe me, I know.
Polanco leading it off, and Yadiel Rivera is in the game at third on the double switch.
Blaine Boyer's numbers for this season. Been in just 3 ball games, a little over 3 innings.
Polanco with a base hit. It's his second today.
I'd like to see Polanco doing that, being able to go the other way on the ground. If you can get to where you're good at that type of play, and that takes the shift out of the equation for the opposition. You prove you can hit hard ground balls the other direction. Now they can only play with 2 guys over there instead of 3.
Yeah, Polanco is showing that he's a different hitter this year. Harrison with 2 hits today. Couldn't hold up.
There's some guys, when they do try to go the other way with that wide open infield over there, maybe just one guy on that side, they can't get the ball on the ground. They lift it all the time, and they end up hitting those lazy fly balls out to left field instead of that hard ground ball that's going to get you the base hit. Mechanics of the swing. It's easy to get on top of the ball when you try and pull. When you're hitting the other way, you're kind of getting underneath it and hitting those fly balls. That's why almost everybody in the outfield will play you to hit the other direction a little bit. The infield will always play you to pull. It's just kind of a natural thing.
Polanco runs. He'll have to retreat. Well, you know, one of the things we talked about before the season, will Gregory Polanco mature, get better? I think he'll continue to get better even after this season, but you know, really get another notch better, and we're already seeing that.
Yeah, we were talking about the contract situation also. Will that make him be a more relaxed, easygoing player, not putting pressure on himself? So he's got that out of the way.
Oh, wow. Now that is a dedicated fan. Happy birthday. One in the books and already been to 21 games.
This is the Clemente game here, number 21.
Yes. Yeah, by the time she's my age, 8 million games. I don't even think they have that many. Wasn't really great with the multiplication.
It's all right. John's good at it. Anytime we have a math problem, we go to Wayne.
Jackie Robinson Day the other day, and the movement to try to get Roberto Clemente's 21 retired throughout baseball. Boyer's 0-2. Harrison spoiling another.
Not a big lead. He is leaning.
And hangs up there long enough for Flores. Follow Pirates Baseball Live with the MLB.com at-bat app. You can stay up to the moment at any moment with Game Day, live game video highlights, StatCast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at-bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your phone and tablet. Mercer, the last man to get in on the hit parade. Every Pirate has one. But Mercer already with a pair of RBIs. Sac fly reached on an error. So everybody contributing and productive today. Backing Juan Nicasio. Mercer last night, great glove work, also hit the ball hard 3 times.
It was really a fine game and all over the place last night, but a lot of nice candidates for who had the most important night, but Mercer definitely would have to be one of those. The way he hit the ball and the things he did on defense.
And Nicasio's already gotten the hug, so Archimedes Caminero, who has been loosening on and off throughout the day, he's ready for the 7th. Mercer cracks a base hit. Why not?
Mercer takes that pitch away, hits it hard the other direction.
So every Pirate with a hit today. 20 base runners in all, and we're still in the 6th inning. They've had at least 2 men on every inning against the Brewers today. And now Cole Figueroa is going to bat for Nicasio. Cole looking for his first hit as a Pirate. A nice bounce back outing for Juan Nicasio. Went only 3 innings his last start. Today in 5 of those 6 innings. Very sharp. One hangs up there too for Flores. Polanco stays at second. And 2 men on with 2 out, and John Jaso batting for the 5th time already here in the 6th inning. Nicasio 6 innings today, gave up 3 runs, struck out 6. No, that's the 80s. Now for her, 70s, 80s, yeah.
Turtles are
Well, since the 80s.
They're evergreen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's also true. Well played. So a couple hits today. Drove in a run.
The kids were all very young, though, back in those days. The Turtles.
2-0 on J-So. I think I was a turtle for a Halloween once.
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember having the kids have some Ninja Turtle Halloween gear.
There's Rick.
Ooh.
Keeping you on your toes.
Yeah.
Rick without the mustache this year. He's got the chops instead.
He hit the mic with that one.
We'll send you a bill, Rick. Thanks. Long time box seat waiter here. Always dressed appropriately.
Takes care
One of my
us up
favorites
here.
all these years.
He takes care of us occasionally. He'll bring us some snacks up.
Now a strike to J-So. I would wager to say that he didn't believe that was a strike initially. A little low. Always a tough decision. Do you try to sell it? Wait too long? Now J-So will get aboard.
I don't think he threw it away too early. One of the things that, and I don't think umpires really should get too upset about it, because if you're an umpire that calls it immediately, then that doesn't happen. But if you're an umpire and it has the style where there's a little bit of a hesitation, some of them they'll wait a long time, relatively speaking. Well, then,
yeah, Chad Fairchild takes a little time.
Yeah, and not as long as some, but long enough to where I imagine occasionally he does get a hitter that throws the bat aside before he makes the call.
Well, Andrew McCutchen homered his last time. He's got the bases full of buccos. Not well enough. And Ice holds onto it. Nearly a collision. 3 left for the buccos, leading 7-3. Nice afternoon for Juan Nicasio. Early in the game, mowed him down. 9 up and 9 down for Juan.
Yeah, I really like the way he was throwing the ball early in the game, getting ahead in the count and getting the swings and misses. Had that little rough spot that he was able to fight through, and then the last couple innings out there was back to fine again.
He threw that many pitches in 3 innings against Detroit, so a nice bounce back outing for him today.
Absolutely.
And in line for the win as Sean Rodriguez moves into the game. He's over at first base. Double switch. And Kirk Neuenhuis will lead it off for the Brewers. Facing Archimedes Caminero.
Hard throwing Caminero. A little bit of a slow start to his season stat wise.
I was talking with him the other day about that, and he just keeps a positive attitude. Just loves playing the game. Still, you know, okay, try to learn from, you know, did I make a mistake? Can I get better at this? But, you know, don't let yourself get too down after a couple of tough outings.
And certainly as a reliever, you can't worry about your stats because it's so tough. The ERA can bounce around so much, and especially early in the season. I mean, you know, you can have a very high ERA in the 5s or so early on, and you know, you get on a little bit of a roll where you go out and throw 6 or 7 innings in a row or outings in a row and don't give anything up, and now it's back to fines. And this part of the season, don't ever even pick up the stat sheet. Even if it's a good one, don't pick it up because it can change the other way real quick. Have bad outings.
Yeah, you can believe you're a little better than you are, right?
Just stay away from that stat sheet.
Maybe I'll hit 400 this year. Well, the law of averages evens itself out over time, to be sure. First at bat for Yadiel Rivera. First full season. Infielder for the Brewers. Clipped his bat, 2 strikes. That one at 100 from Caminero. Couple of triple digits. Well, the Pirates took a chance on him. The Marlins sent him over last year. That's a nice strikeout there.
It's a big part of last season. In well over 70 appearances. Pretty strong rookie year. Like Nicasio, you get a power guy with a above average fastball, and Caminero's certainly above average fastball, but it's so tough then to lay off those hard sliders when you're behind in a count as a hitter. You have to start the bat a little earlier than you would like, or you're just going to get that fastball thrown by you. And then if it's not the fastball, all of a sudden it starts breaking away, you're in trouble.
A let-up pitch at 98. And a 1-2-3 inning for Archimedes Caminero. And so that keeps the lead at 7-3. And on Sundays, we invite you to join us here for God Bless America at PNC Park.
Deployed in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2003. Terry Atchison was a member of the U.S. Army. During his deployment, Terry was involved in a rollover accident, resulting in multiple extensive injuries. Operation Troop Appreciation has worked with Terry as he continues to heal and move forward with civilian life, providing him with a new bed and essential household items when he moved into his new apartment. Terry is well on his way to recovery, and the Pirates, Sport Clips, and Operation Troop Appreciation are honored to say welcome home and thank you to Terry. And now here to lead us with God Bless America is Mike Luft.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Fans, it's time for the 7th inning stretch. We invite you to follow the bouncing Eaton Park Smiley Cookie and join everyone watching at home on Root Sports as we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
That is beautiful, both then and now. We are family. Honoring the 1979 World Champs. Pirates on top 7-3 on our UPMC scoreboard. And they'll be doing that every Sunday home game here, wearing those tops and the black pants. Or shorts in her case.
Carlos Torres on for the 5th time this year.
David Freese today, single in a couple of walks.
One of those protective pads on the back of that batting glove of his. I think everybody should have something like that back there. Such an easy place to get hit with a pitch. You break one of those little bones in the back of your hand, and then you're done for months. Get a good shot of it.
That's a vulnerable spot.
The first guy that I can remember wearing one of those was Jeff Bagwell. He missed some significant time. A broken hand.
New and ice. And one out. And here's our day automotive this day in Pirates history. A couple of years ago on this date, Pirates beat the Brewers 11-7, putting 9 runs up in the 7th and 8th, thanks to home runs by Josh Harrison, Abby Sanchez, and a 3-run shot by Pedro Alvarez. Capping the outburst, and Edinson Volquez 7 strong, getting his first win of the year. Gorgeous Sunday spring afternoon here on the banks of the Allegheny. There's been one tough customer today. 3 for 3, a walk for Joyce. Some bright yellow, green,
and blue.
Tried the best he could to match those. Might be former kicks for Mr. Joyce.
Well, nothing more comfortable than a pair of old shoes.
Doesn't wear number 20 anymore. First time today he has been retired. Players sometimes they got to color in their shoes. They don't always get the matching shoes from their suppliers. In that case, he just tried to probably match them the best he could. Or maybe not. Maybe he didn't try.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if maybe he just those are very comfortable and he likes them, and that's why he wore that. I'm sure that he could get a new pair of shoes if he wanted to. Probably has numerous pairs.
Might not have the yellow on them, but yeah, black and white shoes, right? Yeah, you can get those all the time.
Not blue with a 20 on them.
No. Cervelli takes inside. Well, Jackie Robinson Day the other day, and some really sporty kicks by Josh Harrison, Andrew McCutchen, or some fine shoes. One place where you can have some individuality, I guess. We were talking about it earlier, but trying to get the Stargell Stars and put on these pillbox caps. Baseball doesn't allow anything to be added to the caps, but maybe they'll find an exception for Sundays at home. Who would you give a star out to today if you're Willie Stargell? Be giving out a lot of them.
Yeah, wasn't he could give out as many as he wanted to. Didn't have to just be one.
And Cervelli is out. First time the Pirates haven't had multiple base runners on in an inning today.
Retro jerseys, and there's actually a really cool story as to how they wore this exact uniform in Game 7 of the '79 World Series. Now, this story is told to me by our own Kent Ticoli at Root Sports. The guys on the team went to Chuck Tanner before Game 7 and said, hey, we want to wear the gold shirts. Why? Well, that's because the hat that matched the gold shirts was the black one, which had the Stargell stars on them. Now, Teague said the guys on the team, they didn't care what they wore. They just wanted to wear the black hats because of the Stargell stars. So if they had to wear the gold jerseys to do it, so be it. As for the pants, they did not care what color pants they wore. Now, the guys didn't have their choice of uniforms to wear. Someone in the front office told them what to wear each and every day, and Teague to this day, as he will attest in a moment, does not remember who it was that told them what to wear. But the one time they forced the issue was at Game 7, the 1979 World Series. Teague, did I tell that story correctly?
You absolutely did, Robbie. Right spot on. And to this day, I do not know. It was the secretary in the front office that designated what uniforms we were going to wear. I have no idea who it was.
Looking forward to hear from Teague and his recollections on postgame today.
Brownie knows. Brownie has let the cat out of the bag a few times. Who made those choices?
Starling Marte now in the game in left field.
I'm surprised to see him out there.
And Matt Joyce coming out of the game, and Polanco switching over to right. Also, after the game today, Teague's going to give out his Stargell Star of the Week. At least he can do it. Caminero back out for a second inning. Just needed 11 pitches in his 1, 2, 3, 7.
Well, this is a good game for the Stars. Have your choice. A lot of guys that can receive those will be well deserved.
A lot of options today. Pirates on top 7-3. Leadoff walk to Santana. And on Twitter, hey, Bob Walk, did you ever face Willie Stargell?
Yeah, I pitched against Stargell several times.
Okay.
My first game I ever pitched was against the Pirates. My first start ever. Willie's first bat. I can remember it. I threw strike one, and then the next pitch went over the fence.
Don't worry, you weren't not alone.
No, I'm very proud that I was able to give up my first home run was to somebody like a Willie Stargell, a Hall of Fame power hitter, and kind of ironic that my first start ever was against the Pirates, and then I've spent the majority of my life now here in Pittsburgh.
Debuting for the Phillies.
Yeah. And my last start ever was for the Pirates versus the Phillies. So it all got tied up. Nice little bow there at the end.
So the first one you gave up to Willie Stargell. Did you get him? Did you ever retire him? Did you get him?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, you don't remember those.
No. Here's Lucroy breaking in 1980, the year after We Are Family Bucks.
Yep. One of my other memories of Willie, one of them was that the only time, how the teams used to take infield before the game.
Sure.
Just
practice.
Right before they dragged the field. Every day it was like kind of late and everything. And a lot of the regular fielders did not like to go out there and take infield. The game's about to start and they're busy getting ready for that.
Phillies will get Lucroy.
So they couldn't get anybody to go out to third base at that point. And I volunteered to go play third during infield, and Willie Stargell hit that infield that day. And so the only time in my life I got to take a major league infield, Willie Stargell was the guy that was hitting it. It's kind of a neat little remember. It was in Atlanta that he did that.
Wow.
It was on the road. I was very nervous not to make any errors.
I don't see anything like that again.
That's the main thing about infield. It had to be clean. No errors, good throws. Nothing fancy, just get it over with and do it right.
Caminero trying to do that here in the 8th after 1, 2, 3, 7th. Another fastball hitting the century mark.
Up by the hands. A tough one to get to if he would have decided to swing, but Carter said no, made the right decision.
Carter works the count even. Pirates today with lots of pressure. First 6 innings, they got 2 men on or more in each of those frames. Run in the second. There's Phillies loosening. And then that big 5-run third inning that chased the starter Zach Davies. Pirates just getting one after another. The production line moving. 8 straight men reaching. And then Andrew McCutchen with the home run in the 5th. Probably not what he bargained for today in terms of, or her for that matter, time of game. Into the past the 3-hour mark. And after being ahead 0-2, Carter draws, or behind 0-2, draws a walk.
Well, the Pirates have been playing some long games here this season, and a lot of that is because of their offensive style of seeing so many pitches and going deep into counts. It all takes a long time.
Pirates leading here in the 8th inning. Got to meet those guys before the game. Good friends of our director Pete Toma. And Neftali Feliz now aboard here in the 8th.
He's been a busy man. 7 games already.
A couple of walks for Caminero. Otherwise unscathed in an inning and 2/3. Flores 0 for 2 with a walk. Brewers getting all their runs in the 4th inning. There's Carter a run scoring single, and then a 2-out 0-2 2-run single by Kirk Neuenhuis. From Phillies. He struck him out. And the Brewers strand a pair.
Telecast is presented by the authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Great images of Willie Stargell. UPMC scoreboard. The Pirates on top 7-3 as we move to the bottom of the 8th. Gregory Polanco facing Carlos Torres in his 2nd inning of relief. A couple of singles and a walk for Gregory. And the Pirates, they hold on. They take the series against the Brewers before they'll be packing up for a while here coming up. Off day tomorrow to travel.
Going to be tough to pack too. We'll be in the Southwest in the desert, and we'll be in the Rocky Mountains.
They got 7 inches of snow yesterday in Denver.
Yeah, it's going to be warm, I would imagine, in Phoenix. So get the big suitcase, coats, shorts.
Are you going to bring your coat?
Oh, the big rig.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
They have a separate suitcase just for it.
I think so. Yeah. That one has to fly first class. 1-2. And Polanco hits one into the right field corner. A ripping double to start the 8th. We are watching him grow up before our eyes.
Yeah, a little breaking ball, and he just sits back, waits so that he doesn't pull it foul. And he's off.
Just in case, you know, Santana bobbles that ball out there, or he's in position to try for 3 if something goes awry. Always running out hard out of the box. You don't know what's going to happen. 3 hits today. He's been on base 4 times.
Just think about what this outfield's stat line might be combined at the end of the season. Could be spectacular. Keep hitting, stay healthy.
Good to see Starling Marte back in the game today after starting, not in the starting lineup today. Was brought in to get a couple innings, maybe an at-bat, unlikely. The way this offense has gone today, I shouldn't say that. Santana, no tag for Polanco. Let's look at our WB Mason upcoming calendar. Told you that the Pirates will be packing up, heading out on the road for that 10-game road trip coming up, and you can join us for Pirates pregame 30 minutes prior to each first pitch right here on Root Sports. Very road heavy schedule early on. A stretch of 24 out of 35 on the road, so
it all evens out. We'll get a nice stretch here at PNC Park to make up for that.
And a foul by a foot. Jordy Mercer just missed his 3rd RBI today. A game of centimeters. That metric system never did catch on, did it? Jimmy Carter was trying in 1979.
Yeah. Not here, didn't catch on.
No.
A few other places, maybe. Go to Montreal, we'd have it written on the walls.
Boy, he hit that one 100 meters.
Yeah, how many meters? Right? You know, I wonder if Montreal still would have a team, would they give the pitch speeds in kilometers? I guess they'd have to.
Yeah, kilometers per hour.
You threw that one 140.
Wow. Is that any? Yeah, miles per hour. That's the old Kings. What do they got? The English. What do we even call our measurement system? I don't even know. Kings from the British. Even they use the metric system now. I think maybe it's us and them. That's it. I haven't been over there.
I know what you're trying to think of, and I can't think of it either.
Probably because it's completely irrelevant.
Yeah, does that make any difference?
Yeah. 0-2. Jeanette, the second baseman, in foul territory, able to retire Jordy Mercer. We will not be here at PNC Park for a while.
Got to memorize it all.
Yeah, that 11-day, 10-day trip. By the way, thanks for the folks on Twitter, #BucksBooth. Everybody knows it but us, I guess. It's called the Imperial system.
Imperial, yes. What is wrong with us?
We're not very smart. That's
no,
that's the only problem. Other than that, we're doing great. Sean Rodriguez blasts one down the line in left, and it's gone.
Over 100 meters.
Sean Rodriguez, it's a 2-run homer, and it's 9-3 Buccos.
Way up high on the rotunda. That'd be the third level.
First of the year for Sean Rodriguez. He swung a nice bat. 3 out of 6 now this year with 4 RBIs. And all Buccos today. Chris Stewart pinch hitting for Phillies. This one's hitting the gap in right center. Extra bases for Stewart.
Run again, a hanging breaking ball. Absolutely mashed. Watch where it lands. Level 3. But that had to be quite a sight to witness that home run from standing up on the rotunda. Whew.
442 feet estimated. Big blast for Sean Rodriguez. And the Pirates having a fun one today. Sean Rodriguez. 9-3 Pirates.
Big leg kick. Oof. Took a wind up on that one, didn't he? Rotunda wasn't there. That might have landed right out by Willie Stargell.
Statcast had that one coming off his bat at 109 miles an hour. 442 feet. Andrew McCutchen with another chance. He's homered today as well. Sam Freeman, the 6th Brewers pitcher.
During last night's ball game. Hard throwing left-hander.
The Pirates today have had more base runners than they've made outs. That's very good.
It's a good stat. Always a good stat.
And they just keep on hitting. And this is in 7 of the 8 innings today. They're going to have multiple base runners on more than half the innings this year. They've had that. I mean, you think about it as a pitcher, working with 2 men on
all the time.
All the time. At least 2.
17 base hits.
Drawn 7 walks. And 11 different Pirates with hits today. I mean, it's not just, 2 or 3 guys. Every night we're seeing 6, 7, 8 guys contribute. And that's the kind of offense, in my opinion, that when you're in the postseason, you're not going to have a down night that often. We've seen games where they don't, they may not, they don't get the big hit, but they're still putting pressure. They still have opportunities almost every single night. That's going to work.
Not only, is that just a good offense, but there's other things that happen because of that. You wear out bullpens in a series because of that.
Great point.
The starters, because they're having to throw so many pitches, even if they can keep you off the board, they're still throwing an inning less than they would otherwise because of their pitch count. You're getting into the bullpen earlier. And in a series, that could really wear down a visiting bullpen by the last game. And if you have somebody coming into your town that is already a little on the tired side.
McCutchen ends the inning. Pirates add 2 more on the big home run by Sean Rodriguez. Sean Rodriguez with a big blast. And 9-3 the Pirates lead as we enter the 9th. And looking at some of our tweets, that ball was launched. It's headed for Mars. Yeah. Well, not too far from here. And Sean Rodriguez already becoming a legend. Well, so far this year, he has really swung the bat. A different approach at the plate, trying to be more selective. He's driven in 4 runs in 6 at-bats. Nice tweets. Always keep those coming. He's going to move over to left field from first base. Starling Marte moves over to center field. Late in the game, getting everybody some different looks. And Francisco Cervelli in his 6th game of his career over at first. So that means Chris Stewart stays in the game to catch. Why not get him a look over there? You never know when you need backup. And Martin Maldonado pinch hitting for Sam Freeman against Rob Scahill.
Game 3 for Rob. Interesting. Cervelli over at first base.
Under that one cleanly. There's Troy and Keith out there providing some of the beautiful pictures.
Very top of the batter's eye.
Scahill, the new papa, got a 6-day-old son, Maxwell. Neuenhuis fouls it off. And he talked about Cervelli. He's played a little bit over in the infield before, first, third, second, but really more in an emergency situation. So he's seen the infield. But
well, we know that the Pirates like their players to be able to do several different things and not be surprised at where they might end up during a ball game. Have some experience. It's 9-3. They play for it. It's kind of fun for the players too.
Oh yeah. Did you ever play the field or anything like that? An extra inning?
In an exhibition game, but not in a.
Oh, they put you in an exhibition game.
I got to play right field 1 inning in an exhibition. I talked my way into it. That was it. I was actually.
Anything hit to you?
No, I struck out the side.
Okay.
Can't remember who pitched.
2 gone in the 9th. Cervelli with some action over there.
Yeah.
He'll be talking about that here tonight.
Good job catching those throws.
He just wanted to be able to wear that hat. Great day all around. Pirate Parrot, part of that 79 We Are Family team as well, as we look back today, and going to do that every Sunday home game this year. Fun one. And an out away from victory. To Yadiel Rivera. And now a strike away from victory.
Last 2 games been a lot of fun. Sit up here and watch. A lot of fun to play in, I'm sure, and a lot of fun for the fans.
2-2. And Mercer can't get there. The Brewers will extend it.
fans more often than not. They like it when you put up a lot of runs up on the board. A lot of action, a lot of players on the bases constantly, as you were pointing out. A couple of good crowds. A lot of kids today, but yesterday there was also a ton of kids here last night.
I'll tell you, that's what's been so great about the Pirates winning the last several years. You know, the kids are back at the ballpark. This generation grows up very much into baseball and into the Pirates, and continues to pass the torch to their kids. That's what Clint Hurdle talked about when he came here. And they have seen some good baseball. You're right, Bob. The last couple of games, 5-0 yesterday. McCutchen with a home run. Matt Joyce on base 4 times today.
By the time we get back off this road trip, Kutch might have 5 or 6 home runs.
Oh yeah. He owns Pittsburgh. He's owned the Brewers here the last couple of nights. Three Pirates in the 9th. A strike away from the win. Here it is. He struck him out. Rob Scahill preserves it. And the Pirates on the first of many throwbacks to the We Are Family Bucks win it here today.
Now they played like the 79 champs, didn't they?
Still have it choreographed. What a complete performance this afternoon.
It's 2 games in a row, really, where they've done just about everything possible to win the game. The way they've pitched, the way they've been able to play defense, the hitting. You got Kutch back-to-back days with home runs. You had it all, and I'm curious to see who gets the stars from Teak. Hear that, Teak? Decisions to be made here.
We will find out in moments. Stay tuned. Post game coming up today. The Pirates victors over the Brewers. They take 2 out of 3 in this weekend series. And let's send it to Paul and Teak.
All right, Joe and Waukee, thank you very much. And Teak, very much reminiscent of what you recall from that 79 team.
Yeah, I mean, they swing the bats, they get after it, and, you know, basically they don't get what the other team gives them. They go and take what they want. That's what the Pirates did today. They took what they wanted from the Milwaukee Brewers.
Pirates now a perfect 6-0 when they score 5 runs or more. Today, they just kept that on. You got to love the way this offense just won't quit.
Yeah, we've seen now. We were concerned about the offense. The last 2 days have been what we're expecting right from the beginning. So hopefully this is kind of caught on. They're relaxed, they're in a flow. Everything should be good.
And whatever happened between starts. So now, hey, Matt Joyce got a spot start. He's standing by right now with Robbie and Smikowski. Robbie, take it away.
Paul, it wasn't too long before the game when Matt Joyce found out he was going to get the start today. First time he started in the field. He had a few starts in Detroit as a designated hitter. But, Matt, again, short notice, or at least in terms of what the media found out. But what's preparation like? Maybe knowing or not knowing that you're going to start and coming through and having a productive day at the plate.
Yeah, just do whatever you can to be prepared. We obviously didn't know whether Marty was going to be healthy to go and play today. But, I just prepared one way or the other. And that's all you could do, make the most of the opportunities.
So the 3rd inning was a big one for the Buccos when you scored the 5 runs, racked up a ton of hits, and kept the line moving. What worked offensively for you guys?
A little bit of luck was mixed in there, obviously, but good at bats, all day long, all the way around, the up and down through the lineup. I thought we had a great approach. We had some things go our way, and that's how baseball works.
The philosophy with the Pirates this season has kind of changed a little bit. If you haven't noticed, I know you're new here, but not as much power, a lot of on base, a lot of hits, and a lot of runners left on base, unfortunately, from time to time. How does this team embrace that?
Yeah, I don't think we're worried about that. I think we're just focused on our approach, trying to have good at-bats, get on base, and then the guys behind you will drive you in. I mean, other than that, you know, we're a good team. I think we have a lot of confidence in ourselves, a lot of belief in ourselves, and it's exciting to watch and be a part of.
I know in your time in Tampa and LA, you wore some unique throwback uniforms. What do you think of these? How'd you like wearing them?
Yeah, they're different. They're different for sure. Pretty sweet. I enjoyed it. And whatever has hits and wins in it, and I'm all for it.
And I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. Matt Joyce said to me earlier today, asked me if I finished second in the Masters tournament wearing yellow. Come on, Matty.
Looks great.
There you go. Paul Alexander, Matty Joyce says it looks great, so it looks great.
Robbie, it looks good on you. Let's just leave it at that. And as we promised during the course of the broadcast, it's time for Miller Time, and it is brought to you by Miller Lite. And we take you back to that third inning where the Pirates just all of a sudden decided they weren't going to get out. They just kept things rolling, scoring 5 runs. At one point, they thought they had 7 consecutive hits. One of the hits was ruled an error, but they just kept hustling. They made hustle plays. They kept driving in runs. They just kept the inning alive. And when you put up a 5 spot in one inning, especially as early as the third, well, it's usually going to end up as a very, very good day. And it certainly ended up as a great day for the Pirates as they threw it back to 1979, and they did it in style. We're going to recap it all. We're going to bring it all to you in Pirates postgame. Teague and I have that for you straight ahead right here on Root Sports.